Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the podcast viewers, listeners, watchers, enjoyers, people who just love to be entertained. Tonight was supposed to be a threesome, but somebody dropped out. Okay, so you just got to deal with me and KJ tonight. KJ with his sexy pink shirt showing off his nipples, and me with my Wildy Coyote shirt because let's face it, we all love Acme. Once again, tonight's topic is top 10 good bad movies. Now, what exactly does a good bad movie mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means it's a bad movie, but for some odd fucking reason, we like it and we keep watching it.
Very true.
And we all know that somebody has that. Okay. And I think I might actually change one of mine because I can't do that.
Hey.
So, anyway, guys, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, sir.
I am one of your hosts, Los. And of course, our fearless leader and our other host, K to the motherfucking J.
Yeah, buddy, man. You gotta love the Los intro, man. Gotta freaking love it. Like, I'm gonna have to compile all of your intros up one day, just like the guy from like the MCU, and just make a whole like video of it. It's like all your intros. I think I might do that for like episode 100. Like just have
Yo,
like
that would be interesting.
That would be pretty cool, actually. There we go. Foresight. But yeah, just like Lo said, episode 52, we're gonna be doing something different today. Well, not really different. We've done it before. We've done best action films of all time. This list is not an all-time list. This is just a little short top 10 of ours of, like he said, good bad movies, basically.
Good bad movies, yeah.
Most of mine are actually, I think all of mine are from the 90s because I was telling Los earlier that I feel like most of the bad movies nowadays are just straight up bad and like barely even good now. So most of mine are going to be from the 90s.
Wait, you know what? I'm actually double checking if mine are all from the 90s.
I think yours are. I don't think any of them are from the 2000s.
I have some from the 80s, 90s. That one I think I'm going to drop.
Actually, no, I think you do have one
from 2000.
Yeah.
And another one from 2001. Well, my honorable mention.
Okay, there we go. But other than that, so I just want to give a quick update on the schedule for the next few weeks because it's the end of the year. What we're gonna have happen is next episode, we're gonna do a spoiler cast of Eternals, basically. So it comes out next week, right, Los?
Yes.
At the time of this recording.
With my future mistress Selma Hayek.
There we go. Don't tell anybody.
No, not even she knows.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're gonna do a spoiler cast of Eternals, basically, and then episode after that, which is gonna be December 3rd, we're going to be doing our top content of the year, which is top game of the year, top film, etc., basically. So 2 more episodes. After that, we're gonna take a break until after the new year. It's the holidays coming up, family time, all that good stuff. I still might be dropping some content on the YouTube channel. We just won't be doing the podcast stuff.
Yeah, we might just stick to the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, basically social media stuff. Maybe if we can squeeze a game ad in, we might do that. But other than that, yeah, we're going to take a nice needed break,
Yeah.
Other than that, our audio listeners who are checking us out, do not forget to check out youtube.com/the JHouze. You can watch the podcast live twice a month, every other Friday or Thursday. And plus you get some content that you might not get in the audio version. Some of it might get cut out to shorten up the podcast. You never know. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification when you go to the page so that way you can get notified anytime we go live or anytime we drop anything on the page. And outside of that, Los, what have you been up to? How's life?
I have been addicted to Ghost of Tsushima. Loving that game. That game is basically Assassin's Creed Japan.
Nice.
So good. I had the week off this week, so I've just been kind of just doing stuff around the house and setting up cleaning up my laptop from all my music so I could start doing DJ streams again.
Nice.
And the next one I'm gonna do is kind of like I still haven't figured out the title for the overall stream,
Yeah.
But the next one is going to be kind of like wedding / Sweet 16 kind of vibe. Like I'm starting out with 90s dance, going to some dance hall, then going to some modern stuff and things like that. So, just an hour, nothing out of this world, nothing crazy.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you let me know when you're gonna do that, so I can definitely let the community know, so we can all check you out. So show some love, all that good stuff. I finally today upgraded to the PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima because I got it on PS4. So I upgraded to the PS5 version. So this weekend I'm
Oh,
finally gonna see.
wait. You forgot to mention that you got your PS5.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in case anybody wasn't here last episode, I finally got a PS5. It's been a little bit over a year. Finally managed to get one. Signed up through the PlayStation website to buy one through them directly because I refused to spend $1,000 on the PS5.
Yeah.
And I managed to get the regular PS5 for regular cost. So yeah, I finally upgraded to the PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima. Say that 20 times fast. And the game already looks beautiful, so I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like when I dive into it again this weekend to see what it looks like on a PS5. But it is
Wait,
an
you mean you're
amazing
gonna
game.
go past 1%?
I'm actually probably up to like 5 at this point because I did play a little bit yesterday. So
Ooh.
I'm inching up there, but I guarantee by the end of this weekend, I'm going to be like at least 20, 30. Guaranteed. I'm calling it now, Los. Just saying.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if you can catch up. Because I'm already on Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm almost halfway through it.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Los is like getting through this game. Okay, that's how you.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how you know Los loves the game when you play the heck out of it and you talk about it. That's how you know you love the game because you don't do that all the time. So yeah, other than that, guys, we're gonna get ready to jump into it. We are going to be doing our top 10 our top 10 good bad movies. We're not doing this in any particular order, so number 1 is not the best, number 5 is not the worst. Just kind of just throwing it out there, basically.
Yeah.
Lois, we're gonna let you go first. What is your first good
Okay,
bad movie?
my first is a classic from 1984, a movie called Night of the Comet. A
Night of the
comet
Comet.
is the thing happens in LA. There's a comet that passes by Earth and kills most of the population. So,
Okay.
and the people who aren't killed are kind of not quite zombies, but they're like mutated and disfigured. So you have these two valley girls who survived for different reasons.
Okay.
And they wind up meeting with a guy who's a trucker. And it's about their adventures in LA and how things work. And it is such a good movie because it's a good bad movie. And it has Robert Beltran in it, who was Chakotay on Voyager. And I had forgotten that fact until I started looking up the movies.
Okay. For one, I'm looking at the trailer of this movie, which I'll show you guys in a second as well. Man, this movie looks super cheesy.
Yo, but it is good. Like, you're hooked on the story.
Oh
And
man.
Kelly Maroney, which is the cheerleader in it, she
Yeah.
actually has done True Blood. She's done Ryan's Hope. She did Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She's done a bunch of stuff, and she's even been in a couple other horror movies.
Interesting. Oh, Kira in chat says, if I get my chocolate bunnies, maybe he can. Maybe I can what? Chat. Here we go. Here we go with the chocolate bunny thing again, chat. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop.
Well, it'll stop once you buy the chocolate bunnies and give her the chocolate bunnies. And you did promise her a Frappuccino too.
What? Okay, I know you brought up the Frappuccino thing. I don't remember promising a Frappuccino. Kira in chat, let me know. Be honest. Did I say anything about a Frappuccino? Because I do not remember that. I do not remember. But yeah, I've never seen this film before. I don't know. I might have to check it out. I mean, it looks a little interesting, I guess, based off of how you described it. But yeah, I've never heard of this one.
It's really good. I mean, it's so good that Shout Factory, it's a company who does a lot of DVDs and Blu-ray releases of these older movies, these older cult films, that they picked it up and they released it out on Blu-ray.
Oh, and that's on Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's out on Blu-ray through Shout Factory.
Jeez, I would have never thought that I would see a 1984 movie on Blu-ray. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, Kira says like you don't remember falling asleep during the movie.
Okay, listen. All right, listen.
Wait. Let people know that you fell asleep during the Zack Snyder's Justice League that you hyped up for how long? A year, was it?
First off, listen. I have I fell asleep during the movie because of the simple fact that Lois and I was outside in the cold for like hours building my desk. I was exhausted. I worked the night before. I barely got. Come on, man. Don't do that to me.
So you never gave me an update on the desk. How's it holding up for you?
Oh, so far so good, man. Honestly, it's been doing good. No cracks, no issues or anything like that. So I'm thinking about adding like some like something to like the edge of like where my arms go like on like the edge of the desk, something to like kind of like smooth it out. I don't know what to get or what to put there.
No, I know what we could do. That's easy.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about just adding something there, but other than that, it's doing pretty good.
Oh, Kira says, so it was the food?
Oh yeah, the food too. Losa's girl chat made some amazing food, so I blame it on the food as well. The food knocked me out, so can't help it. When food is good, it knocks you out. So that should be a compliment. That should be a compliment. All right, good pick, Los. I might have to add that one to my infinite list of movies that I haven't seen. My movie that I'm going to go with first is going to be Demolition Man, which is
Okay.
a classic. A classic. What is his name? Sylvester Stallone. What's the other guy that was in it?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock. It's pretty deep cast. The film was based in like the future of that time, where
I think it was set in 2020.
Really?
Yeah, I have to look it up.
Interesting. Demolition Man. When did this come out?
Came out in 1993.
93. Oof. Yeah. Demolition Man for me, I was probably way too young to watch this movie for one, but I watched it anyway. I thought it was a good
Sandra
film.
Bullock was like 19 or 20 when she did this movie.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock was super young when this film came out. Super young.
Super gorgeous.
Yeah.
That woman is like she's one of these few women who are like fine wine who actually get better with age. You know what I'm trying to say? And she's so funny. Like she's never lost her sense of humor, which I love that about her as a person and her as an actress.
Yeah, we talked about this film doing our best action film of all time tournament that we had, and I know one of the things I mentioned was I love the fact that her character in this film is so naive but yet so smart. You know what I mean? Like it was just really interesting what she brought to that character. Sylvester Stallone was just being Sylvester Stallone. But for some reason Wesley Snipes was scary in this. Like as a kid watching this.
He can be scary.
Yeah, he was actually kind of scary in this film. I don't know. I mean, it was a good popcorn flick, super cheesy. The lines were insanely corny. The acting was just really bad. I think Sandra Bullock was probably the best actress or actor in this entire film, to be honest, next to Wesley Snipes.
Also the old man in the movie. What's his name?
The old man? Which old man?
The old man. Remember Bill Cobbs? Remember he played a young cop that he knew what the hell was the character's name? He knew John Spartan. Okay. And then in 2032 when they thought him out, because I looked it up, 2032 when they thought him out, he was still a cop. Like for me, he was also one of the best actors too in that thing. Because that actor's been in so many things.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he didn't have a lot. I mean, he didn't have a big role in that film, but yeah, he has some pretty good acting chops. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I'll definitely give him that. Yeah, like I said, I just thought it was a good film. I mean, it was cheesy, but it was still enjoyable. It was one of those summer flicks that you can just enjoy with some popcorn and just kind of kick back to it, basically. Really cheesy.
My only gripe about that film is it's not quotable because I can't think of one quote from that movie.
Yeah, usually when you get action films, you get like certain scenes or just certain things that you can quote from that film, and yeah, there wasn't really a lot from it. I think one of the things that made this film really cheesy was the dialogue. The script was not that great.
No,
it really wasn't.
It was a Stallone movie at that time. Everything was one-liners, you know.
Yeah,
like when he did Judge Dredd. I am the law.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Sandra Bullock and Wesley Snipes carried the film. It wasn't my favorite Stallone movie because I just don't feel like Stallone was really Stallone. I mean, Stallone was Stallone, but I don't know. Just for some reason, I didn't like this character for him. I don't know why. I just didn't like
I
this
did
character
like
for
it
him.
because it was at a time when he was experimenting a little more, and he
Mm,
wanted a softer kind of image. Like, he
okay.
remember when he did these movies, he was still coming off Rambo, and everyone looked at him as Rambo.
Yeah.
And even though Rocky was so successful, people still referred to him as Rambo.
Yeah. True.
So
True.
he kind of started to soften his image then.
Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, Demolition Man, definitely one of my favorite films of all time and one of my favorite bad films. So love that film.
Yeah.
What's your next one, Los?
My next one is Hackers from 1995. I think it was Sandra Bullock's first major role because she
Wow.
starred in the movie.
I forgot she started that
Not
movie.
Sandra Bullock, Angelina Jolie, excuse me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Angela, I was gonna say, wait, Sandra Bullock
Yeah, no,
was
sorry. I
in
was
that?
still thinking about Demolition Man. Angelina Jolie. And this is the only movie where I actually enjoyed her performance. This one
I
and the
forgot.
one where she played the witch are the only two movies I've ever enjoyed her performance.
I haven't seen Hackers in so long. I need to actually go back and watch this movie
Oh,
because
I love this movie.
it's been a while since I
I
watched
love
this
this movie.
movie.
And there were so many, like, the movie has really nothing to do with hacking because what they do with these fucking like floating things and projections on people's faces and stuff is
Yeah.
ridiculous. But quotable, everyone remembers Hack the Planet. Everyone remembers the things they did to the FBI agent. Who else? Oh, what the hell's his name? The salsa singer had a part. Mark Anthony had a part in this movie.
Wow, I forgot Mark Anthony was in this film.
Yes, he was an agent. Penn Jillette was in this movie as a technician. It had a lot of interesting actors in it.
Wow, yeah, the cast is like top notch. Jeez.
Yeah.
I forgot all these people was in this movie. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Matthew Lillard, Shaggy himself was in this movie.
Yeah, I saw Shaggy in
And
there.
a little bit of trivia: the one actor who plays the freak, the Puerto Rican guy, Renoli Santiago, he
Mhm.
actually taught an acting class in my elementary school.
Really?
Yeah, he taught an acting class. I met the guy once through like friends of a friend of a friend of a friend because he's from Union City.
Uh-huh.
Um, very strange. Like, he's nothing like his character. He's a very quiet person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this movie. It's just so ridiculous. You have to love it.
It's like one of
And
those
the soundtrack of this movie was really good. Like, I still
really?
listen to some of the tracks from the soundtrack of this movie. Absolutely really good.
What year did this come out?
95? Yeah, 95.
95. Man, I was a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Johnny Lee
did.
Miller's in it, Mr. Sherlock Holmes himself.
Yeah. Wow. Chat, we should anybody who's listening to this, you should definitely check these films out if you haven't seen them yet. You should add it to your list for sure. Hackers is a cult classic. That's a good pick. Good pick.
Yeah. And it's so 90s. They were like rollerblading and everything.
I haven't rollerbladed in a while. All right, I'm gonna jump to mines. This one we kind of talked about a few times on our previous tournament as well. Mortal Kombat from 1995.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes,
I still love that theme song.
I love that soundtrack. That soundtrack from the original Mortal Kombat film was freaking amazing. Freaking amazing.
It was
Um,
good, but I didn't think it was great. The theme song, great. Like, it's a timeless song.
yeah. I mean, and during this time also, like this was when video game films were starting to like pick up steam a little bit.
Mhm.
We got Super Mario Brothers. I think we got a few others during that time. Not a lot, but it was around the time that Super Mario Brothers came out, which was a major bust. And this film came out. I was a kid at this time, so for me, I just thought it was going to be amazing anyway. I wasn't really worried about whether it was going to be good or not. And for me, I thought it was pretty freaking good for what we got from the film, to be honest with you. The fight scenes, pretty good. The voice. I mean, like the dialogue wasn't that great. The story was the story was interesting. I think it was
Yeah.
interesting how they went about the story. It wasn't a bad script, in my opinion. Plus it was the 90s. It was a 90s script. So
Very 90s. All right. Favorite fight scene in the movie is what?
oh, that's a good one. A good question. My favorite fight scene from the movie would probably have to be Scorpion and Johnny Cage because I was a really big Johnny Cage fan back then. Really big Johnny Cage fan. That was like one of the characters that I played with all the time.
For me, it was Reptile.
Oh, that was a good one. I think for me that'd be number two. That'd be number two.
And what made it so epic was the fact is, I forgot who he was previously. He gets knocked into some statue, and then you hear Reptile, and then
Oh
he just
yeah.
jumps out. Oh, I was like, woo, Reptile.
Yeah, I think everybody went nuts when they heard that. Like everybody went nuts. It was
Yeah.
it was one of those films that really paid homage to the game. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of times we get these video game movies, and it doesn't pay homage to the game. They try to go a completely different direction, which is not bad sometimes. Like for example, like the Resident Evil films that we got over all the years, they were just horrible. Like at that point, it wasn't even a Resident Evil film. They
It
just
wasn't.
put the name Resident Evil on there just so people can go watch it. The movies had nothing to do with the game. There was barely any characters from the game in the film. And this one really stuck to the film. We had finishing moves. Shang Tsung said finish him like once or twice.
Yeah. Your
Um,
soul is mine.
yeah. Oh, that was such a good line. I love it. It was just it was a really cheesy movie, but man, it is like the pure definition of a good bad movie is
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Definition
Yeah.
of it.
I love the
So
locations, though. The locations really help bring it to life.
yeah, that's one thing that I really liked about it too. The costume design was actually great. Goro looked really freaking creepy, but I liked
Yes.
his design. Special effects were a little cheesy, but like I said, it was the 90s. At
Yeah.
that time they looked great. So
Well, the thing is, too, like, they actually try to do a lot of CGI.
yeah, they
At
did.
a time when CGI was just kind of like, oh, we will eventually do that. And they were like, nah, fuck it. We're going to actually do it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Um I also like the fact that like the fight scenes seemed believable. It wasn't like we had people in there. I mean, I don't know if they could fight in real life or not, but it just seemed like the people who were fighting knew how to fight. Like
Well,
their fighting style matched
the
them.
lead actor, I forget his name. He actually was a martial artist.
Okay.
Um, Everyone else, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either actually. But I mean, it was believable to be honest. Like it was very believable. Like you can believe that these people are actually fighting. It didn't
Yeah.
seem like they were just trying to fight. So it was a good film. Like I said, hands down one of my favorite films of all time. Um, all right, Los, you're up. What's your next one?
Mine is one of the first Marvel movies ever made. And to top it all off, this film is what's his name? The one who did Star Wars. George Lucas. This is
George
also a
Lucas.
George Lucas film. Okay? You ready?
Okay,
Howard the Duck.
that was. You know what?
Howard the Duck is a Marvel George Lucas film.
It's so funny because I didn't realize that until like much later, and I'm not gonna admit when I figured that out that was a Marvel movie because that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
Um,
and the thing about the movie is it's like the first half seems so different from the second half. Like the first half is really fun and funny. The second half goes really strange. And it has Tim Robbins in it,
oh yeah,
and he's a good actor. And you're like, what the fuck?
like what are you doing
Yeah.
here?
And it unfortunately has Jeffrey Jones. Do you know who he is?
I forgot who that was. Jeffrey
He played the
Jones.
principal in wait, let me just double check
Okay.
that I'm looking at the right actor. Jeffrey Jones also was the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he's a known
Oh
pedophile.
yeah. Wait, he's a known pedophile
He's a known pedophile
in real life?
in real life. Yet he continues to still work.
Wow. I I never knew that. That is
Yep.
that is Los's fact for the day, chat.
Yeah. And
That's
how
his
much
random
have you
fact.
ever seen CSI Las
Yeah.
Vegas? The cop in it, Paul Guilfoyle,
Mm-hmm.
he's also in CSI.
Wow.
He's the cop, the detective.
That's interesting.
know,
I did not know that. Wow,
you have
that's
Leah
interesting.
Thompson, who plays the mom from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It has a lot of it's weird. It has some good actors in it, and you're like, how the fuck do these people get roped
like,
into this?
like, what made you want to be in this movie? That is, yeah. You know what? I do remember this movie very vividly. I watched it a billion times. At the time, at the time that I watched it, I didn't realize it was a Marvel film. I just figured it was just like a movie about a duck. You know what I
Did
mean?
Did you ever see the original 21 Jump Street, the one on TV with Johnny Depp?
I believe I did. I don't remember it too much though. That was so many
Well,
years ago.
Holly Robinson, who was the black woman from the original 21 Jump Street, she's also in this movie.
Wow, so this is like a star-studded cast for this film.
Yes, and Richard Edson was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was one of the parking attendants.
Wow.
Yeah, it has a lot of actors who've gone on to do different things.
My next one is going to be a guilty pleasure. Do not judge me. Clueless. And I'm just going to leave it
Don't
there.
really picture you as a Clueless type of guy.
Like I said, don't judge me. I don't even, you know what? Do you have like those movies that you're like almost ashamed that you like it, but you just don't know why you like it? Like you shouldn't like it. It shouldn't be for you. But for some reason, you just like it.
Yeah, yeah, we
That's
all have
what
movies like that.
that's what Clueless is for me. And I don't even know why. It is like a typical chick flick. I was super young when this movie came out. I just like Clueless. I don't know why I like it. Maybe it's Alicia Silverstone. Is it Silverstone? Silver Spoon? Alicia
Silverstone.
Silverstone? Alicia Silverstone. Maybe it was Alicia. I don't know. Maybe I had like a little question her at the time. Probably.
For me, it's Spice World. Spice World is one of those movies that I shouldn't like, but I actually like. I really think it's just a funny movie. That one and Josie and the Pussycats.
I forgot about that. Oh my goodness.
I
I
actually even like some of the songs from Josie and the Pussycats.
oh my goodness gracious, Los. I'm gonna
I
hold that again.
swear.
That's something that I can use against you one day. Oh
Nah, I'm
man.
not embarrassed about it. Listen, if you're gonna ask us my favorite song from Josie and the Pussycats, it's 3 small words.
Oh, that's the name of the song?
Yeah, that's the name of the song.
Oh wow.
But Clueless, you were saying what you like about it.
Alicia Silverstone. Um, I and I don't know. I just think the story was just. I was always at that age, at that time. I was always fascinated with high school movies. Because I was always fascinated about going to high school one day, and I guess there was just something about this film at that time that just made me just. It wasn't really a good film. It wasn't really about anything. There wasn't really any crazy story to it. It was just a school. I mean, it was a film about being in high school, and I
Yeah.
just liked high school films. I guess that's why I liked. Geez, what's the other one? Yeah, classic the cult classic high school film that my mom liked. That I didn't know she liked.
The Breakfast Club,
The
Ferris Bueller's
Breakfast
Day
Club.
Off,
That's another one. Yeah,
16
like
Candles.
all of those movies. I love those movies. So I just think that I just have this like this infatuation with high school films. Like they're just funny to me. They're hilarious. Like they're good stories. They're interesting. Because at that time, I guess I was young. I could relate to it. And yeah, I don't know. I just like Clueless, man. It's Alicia
Oh,
Silverstone, man. Come on, how could you not like Alicia Silverstone during that time?
Brittany Murphy was in it too.
Brittany Murphy, she was super cute. Come
And
on.
Stacey Dash. Oh, God, Stacey
Stacey
Dash.
Dash, exactly. So
Yo,
I
I used to have
mean,
such a crush on her.
I think everybody did. I think everybody did.
She's still gorgeous, but she's got a couple screws loose. She's had controversy over things she said in public about like a lot of stuff.
Really? Did
Yeah,
not know that.
that's
Did
why her
not.
career kind of fizzled out.
Oh wow, I never knew that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like I just got like maybe, and I'm not trying to compare it to the Breakfast Club, but I guess I got Breakfast Club vibes from it, and I guess that's why I just kind of liked it. I don't know. Clueless is my guilty pleasure, and I'm not ashamed to admit it anymore. I used to be, but I'm not anymore.
Okay.
All right, Los. Next up, what's yours?
It is a film that almost nobody has heard about. It is
Oh boy.
called Split Second. It is from 1992 and it stars Rutger Hauer and Kim Cattrall.
Hmm.
Uh, it's a horror movie where it's set in the future. Don't ask me what year.
Okay.
I'll look it up in a minute. It's set in the future where global warming is so bad that London is flooding.
Wow.
And there is what they think is a serial killer out there killing people. But in actuality, it's a monster. And Rutger Hauer is somehow connected to it. And he kind of knows like where it is. And this thing like will take an organ, take a huge bite out of it, and send the organ to the police department.
What?
Yes. And it's really funny because it's one of the few movies that use the line, guns, we need more guns. And it actually comes out super funny.
Oh,
I
that's where that
love this
line came
movie.
from?
I don't know if it came from this movie, but I know they used the line in the movie.
Okay.
But such a good movie. Oh, and it's set in 2008,
Oh wow.
the future of 2008.
The future. I feel like I've seen this movie. It looks so familiar,
A
but
lot of people have seen it but forgot about it.
yeah, I feel like I've like came across it. I mean, obviously I was super young during this time. I'm aging.
This
I'm
movie was one of those movies that was on constant repeat on like HBO and Cinemax and
yeah,
things like that. Um,
yeah.
it's very British in a lot of ways,
Hmm.
but it has such an American wrapping to it that you don't feel like it's too dry or anything else. But it's such a good flick that I love watching it.
It
I've
looks
always
it
loved the tortured hero.
it looks super cheesy. Just looking at it, it looks super. I definitely feel like I've seen this movie. I feel like I came across it, just never really paid attention to it. You know. And plus, like you said, if it was on repeat constantly, I'm pretty sure I came past it a few
Yeah,
times.
you probably saw it.
What
And the way this guy drinks coffee puts me to shame.
do you mean? How does he drink coffee?
Rutger Hauer's character drinks coffee nonstop because he doesn't want to sleep.
Oh, geez, yeah, that definitely puts you to shame. For anybody
And Kim
watching or listening,
Cattrall still had her hairdo when she did Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
oh really?
Yeah. So this movie was made shortly after they completed Star Trek 6.
Jeez,
Oddly enough, there's some Star Trek connections, which I find really weird.
yeah, I
Wasn't
see.
planned. Absolutely wasn't planned.
Split second. I might have to add that to my list to check out, guys. Might have to add that one. All right, I got two more, guys. My next one on my list is going to be drumroll, Mystery Men. This film came out and I did not do my homework, guys. Did not do my homework. Mystery Men came out in 1999. This is actually probably the earliest. Well, not well. I guess kind of like the earliest film that I have on my list. 1999. Starring Ben Stiller and Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo, funny woman.
Yeah, Janine Garofalo was like freaking amazing during her time. I freaking loved her. Have you seen this film yet, Los, or no?
No, I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it, and All Star, I think, is the song that was famous on that soundtrack.
Oh yeah, hey now, you're an all-star. Yeah,
Yeah.
that that's when I discovered that song too. It's pretty much a film about a bunch of it's based off of a universe where there's a guy who's supposed to be like Superman. And it's like a universe full of superheroes and bad guys. And these guys are wannabe superheroes. They have these little so-called powers. One guy throws a fork, that's his superpower. One guy farts. One guy he's a plumber with like a steel shovel or something. It's over the top. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. I think Kel is in this movie from Keaton and Kel. His
Is he?
superpower, yeah, he's in it. His superpower was to be invisible. He's like the Invisible Man. It is so over the top and ridiculous, but it's a good popcorn flick. I think that's one thing that makes a bad movie good if it's a good popcorn flick.
I agree with you.
Here it says, mine just loves to quote every damn movie he knows. I'm not sure what she means by that. I think she's talking to you. I think she's talking to you.
Oh yeah, I do like to quote every movie I know because I remember a lot of lines.
I do the same thing.
I don't know if Demolition Man isn't one of them.
Yeah, Demolition Man doesn't have a lot of quotes. There's nothing to quote in there. Like, what are you gonna quote?
The only thing people remember mostly from that movie is the 3 seashells.
Okay, bring it. I think I asked you this before. I think I did during the action film tournament. What the heck do you do with the seashells?
If you actually Google it, someone explains it.
Oh man.
They actually
Okay.
explain the seashells.
All right, chat. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna do this right now. So bear with me. If anybody's typing anything in chat, Los will read it for you guys.
Listen, I'm getting in trouble because you forgot to give her chocolate bunnies.
Chocolate bunnies are being ordered.
You heard that here. He said he ordered your chocolate bunnies.
No, they're being ordered, which means they're
going to get it, bro.
Oh.
You get a Puerto Rican woman mad at you, you in trouble.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm dating a Puerto Rican woman.
You learning?
I know.
You learning?
I'm learning slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm. Bro, if you hear them say "canto cabrón," oh, that's it, bro. Just run, move to another state, change your name.
What is that? What does that
Ask her.
mean?
Ask her. Ask her if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh man. My name in chat, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know. One moment. All right, I'm trying to see.
See, my name says that I already know.
I don't know, chat. I'm gonna have to come back to this seashells thing, cause. Okay, wait. One more thing. I'm clicking on one more thing. I'm sorry, guys. I have to figure this out, and I want to figure it out on stream right now. So the movie is okay.
Here you go on Screen Rant. Demolition Man. How do the 3 seashells actually work?
Okay, so it says you hold 2 seashells like chopsticks, and gently scrape what's left with the third. What?
You grab the 2, right? Forgive me, I have no other props. You grab the 2, right? Here's your booty hole, and you're like, get the crap out, and use the third one to scrape what's left. That just sounds violent. No, don't want nothing hard coming near my booty hole. I am so sorry.
Wait a second. So, if for anybody who's just coming in here, we're talking about the 3 seashells from Demolition Man. Sylvester Stallone, who is from a time where they use toilet paper, he's transferred to the future where they use seashells to wipe their butt. And he's trying to figure out, why am I using seashells to wipe my butt? And you literally, just like Lo said, you take 2 seashells, you get in there, you get the waste. The third seashell is just for, the excess stuff. So where do you clean that? Like, do you just like rinse that off in your sink?
That's or maybe they're flushable. I don't know.
It's probably like a little like extra component on your toilet that like squirts out water. Like,
there's a picture on Screen Rant where you see the 3 seashells sitting on a shelf next to the toilet.
That sounds so like unsanitary.
It does.
It sounds so. I mean, granted, it is just a movie, but still, it sounds so unsanitary.
My next one is the movie Bedazzled. It is a remake of a Dudley Moore film from the 60s. This one has Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley as the devil.
Bedazzled. Oh, I love that movie.
Funny.
I love that movie.
Funny movie. And my favorite quote from that movie is, "Damn the devil to hell."
Oh,
I love that movie. Love that movie. It is
Whatever,
so funny.
whatever happened to Brandon Fraser? I haven't seen anything from him in like.
He's in
Actually,
Doom Patrol,
oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I forgot he is in Doom Patrol.
and he
Yeah.
just got cast in a big movie too.
Oh really?
Yeah, Orlando Jones is in this movie. Although the one funny thing is when he becomes the world's most sensitive man, the way they did the makeup on him, I think he looks like Justin Timberlake. I swear to God, I look at him like they did Justin Timberlake right there.
Oh man, that is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, I remember this movie. I haven't seen it in so freaking long, but yeah, it's definitely a good movie. It's a little corny, it is, but it's actually kind of funny though. It's kind of funny. And Brandon Fraser during that time was like at like the peak of his career. He was like the guy in Hollywood.
He was,
You put him in anything, he makes you money. That's pretty much how it was.
except George of the Jungle.
Oh, George of the Jungle was horrible. That's not
You know,
even a
I've
good
never
bad
seen that, but
movie.
I've always wanted to see it.
Oh, it's not. That's not even a good bad movie. That's just a bad movie. Period. Like I wouldn't even put that in this category of what we're talking about right now.
First
Horrible
movie I
movie.
saw Brendan Fraser in was Encino Man.
Yeah, same here. Oh
That almost made my
man,
list too.
I forgot about Encino Man. He was super young in that film too.
No, he's in the juice. Yeah, I can quote that one.
Oh man, chat. By the way, anybody who's either listening or watching, if you're watching, let us know what is some of your favorite good bad movies. And if you're listening, leave it in the comment section. We'll definitely chat with you guys about it. Um, but yeah, good pick. I like this one. I've seen this movie like a billion times, actually.
Uh,
All right,
a little bit of trivia, thanks to IMDb.
okay,
The Elizabeth Hurley's schoolgirl outfit was actually hers.
really?
Yeah, it was actually her outfit.
Oh wow.
They deleted a scene from this movie where he was a rock star because wow, it was dark and morbid. It was terrible. Like it sucked all the fun out of the movie. So if you have the DVD, you can see the deleted scene and it's fucking terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have freaking DVDs, chat.
Yeah. And also
Um,
the longer version of this film, the beginning, they had more of Elliot, that's Brendan Fraser's character, being pathetic. And it
yeah.
was so bad that the audiences were like, I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, it was like really cringy for them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, interesting. So Bedazzled. Good, definitely a good pick. All right, I'm gonna jump into my last one, and this one is honestly, if I had to number this would probably be my favorite good bad movie of all time. I watch this movie at least twice a year. Army of Darkness. This one came out. Let me see. When did this one come out? Army of Darkness came out in 1992 with Bruce Campbell and Imbeth. I don't know how to say her last name, but Bruce Campbell. That's pretty much who we know this movie for.
Yeah.
1992. This is supposed to be the sequel to Evil Dead. Have you seen the Evil Dead films, Los, or no?
Yes, 1 and 2. And
One
I
and
know
two.
why the second Evil Dead is kind of a remake of the first Evil Dead.
Yeah. What is up with that? I never understood that. What was that about?
Sam Raimi didn't have the rights to his own movie. So they
Really?
couldn't just pick up from Evil Dead 1. They had to kind of remake it in Evil Dead 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Did you see Army of Darkness or no?
Hell yeah. At that one part where he sees all those little duplicates of himself and he's fighting them
Yeah. Oh man, I
and
freaking love
and the
that movie.
skeleton version of himself. Yeah, it was a funny movie. This is my boomstick.
Now this movie has some like great punchlines. Like so many punchlines come from this movie. Even to this day, I say them sometimes. Great freaking film. I'm curious as to like why they went this route with this film compared to how Evil Dead 1 and 2 was. Evil Dead 1 and 2 had some sense of humor to it. but it wasn't like this. I felt like Army of Darkness was more of a comedy than anything else. So why do you think they went that route?
Because what people remember Evil Dead 2 for was the funny scenes.
Oh, okay. So
Like
that's
they went for the horror, but they remember the funny.
yeah. Okay. Makes
Like
sense.
Freddy Krueger. Like as much as you you're like, oh my god, I was so scared shitless in this one or that one. Like you mostly remember his one-liners, and you remember all the funny parts that Freddy Krueger did, not really his kills.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I freaking love this film. I feel like most people when they think of Evil Dead, from people that I know, they think of Army of Darkness more so than anything else because I feel like with that film, when you reference Bruce Campbell, when you reference Ash, most people reference the Evil Dead film. You
Yeah.
know, so it was really cheesy. Probably the cheesiest that you could possibly get with a film. It was the cheesiest that it could be. It was true Sam Raimi. You see a lot of like his style in his later films from this film, basically.
Yeah.
The way he uses the camera movements, the way he shoots his shots, like he likes to do like a lot of quick close-up shots. That's like the Sam Raimi formula. And I feel like with this film is where that was born, basically. The makeup and the special effects were really bad, but this was like the early 90s.
But the thing about Sam Raimi films is no matter how good or bad the films are, you enjoy it because he sticks to the story. Like he continues the story. You follow the story. There is a definitely point A to point B, and he follows the 3-act formula.
Yeah.
He's it's a good film because he knows how to take what little he has and do the best with it.
Before we get out of here, Los, do you want to leave anything special with the people? Anything
Uh,
interesting?
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share because there are a lot of people out there who would like to hear us talk nonsense about good, bad movies and other things. Thank you very much for your support. A lot of work goes into the show, more than you can imagine or think. Think about it. To go through good, bad movies, we kind of had to sit there and remember and research and look for good, bad movies. It takes a while.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you guys very much for listening, watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and telling your friends all about us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Are we going to mention the Patreon at all?
yeah, patreon.com/JHouze. If you guys want to support the podcast financially, you can sign up for different tiers. You get different benefits like free JHouze merch, basically, behind the scenes exclusive content through JHouze Patreon. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, like Lo said. It definitely helps out the YouTube channel. Other than that, we have 3 more
Don't forget
episodes.
about our TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're finally on
Follow us
TikTok.
on TikTok.
Finally on TikTok. Check the show notes. The link will be in there, or just type in JHouze Radio, JHouze Studios. You'll find us. We have what, 2 more episodes? Two more episodes that we're doing. We're gonna be doing spoiler cast for the Eternals next episode. And then after that, we're going to be doing our favorite content of the year before we go on a nice little break until the new year starts. So we're going to start off the new year with a bang.
Yep.
A lot of new things coming your way. But we're still going to try to drop some content on social and on YouTube as well. Just going to take a break from the podcast. Other than that, thanks everybody for interacting in chat. You guys are awesome. Kira, my name, everybody else who's showing some love. Thank you guys. And audio listeners, leave us a review on all the audio platforms that you guys are on. That helps get the podcast known on the audio platforms as well. And even if it's a bad review, tell us that you don't like it. Tell us that you love it. Give us 5 stars. Give us 1 star. Whatever. Say something so that way we know how you feel. Other than that, we love you. We love you guys. Peace and chicken grease.
Later, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.